Rod Woodward, Gary Marshall in footballing garb that can mean one thing and one thing only, and that is that this is a special of the Gimme 5 podcast where we do our little roundup of the Euros, and obviously Gaz still wearing his England shirt.
I didn't realise. Sorry, didn't realise.
Just to rub it in, and obviously I've reverted to my natural selection, Brazil in the Copa America. Obviously we wish them hugely well. I think we'll skirt over the Welsh today, Gaz.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I'd skirt well over the Welsh if you don't mind.
Very disappointing.
They were lucky to get 0, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, totally outclassed, and I just was a bit disappointed. In the first 10 minutes, there was a bit of promise there, and they made that sort of tactical adjustment and totally nullified every Welsh, the whole game plan, really, didn't it? Just went to cock after that.
To be fair, the Danes looked good, didn't they?
They did look good, yeah.
They did look good. They looked very, very good, to be fair.
Yeah, and obviously playing with that spirit of Ericsson, but do you think they could go much further? I mean, obviously, if you beat Ukraine, there's every chance you could be facing them. I think
they probably will.
Yeah.
You can just see, I've said it to a couple of people, you can see them getting through at the final, 3-0 up in the final, and they wheel Christian on in the 92nd minute just so he's on the pitch. You know what I mean? To be fair, if that happened, no one would say, no, that's out of order. That'd be outstanding. Obviously, they're going to get stuck by England, but,
Yeah. Well, before we talk about the England game, which we will do, there is the small matter of the...
I was wondering when you get around to this.
Well, it's very, very close, to be honest with you.
Close my arse.
No, it is, because you were just ahead up until, and now it's neck and neck because of the Ukraine.
Jesus Christ.
The Ukraine let you down in the last minutes.
Unbelievable.
It was a hell of a game, in fairness, wasn't it? That Sweden-Ukraine game.
Yeah, it was. I think they probably shaded it, to be fair, Ukraine. So. Yeah.
But as for the other fixtures, I mean, let's just talk about the...
I don't want to talk about them.
No, France, that was disappointing.
Yeah, they were certainties.
Yeah, they were your choice, weren't they?
The arrogance of France, 3-1 up, 15 minutes to, even 10 minutes to go. Just see the game out, you idiots.
Yeah. And I think after the Pogba Mbappe dance, a lot of people were willing the Swiss to win.
Pogba did 4 or 5 different celebrations for 1 goal.
Yeah. Yeah, he got them all out the way.
He got everything. The only thing he missed was a dab. It's the only thing he missed.
It was just as well he didn't go any further because he had no more left.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. I mean, like I said, I put my money where my mouth was. I backed 2, and they've both gone out. The Netherlands, do my head in.
Yeah, and then my selection were Germany, of course, and they went for
completely outclassed.
Yeah. Thank God Thomas Muller didn't stick that in.
Well, Raheem Sterling virtually put it on a plate for him, didn't he? I mean, he'd give the ball away. Oh dear. To be honest, when he's going through on goal, you're thinking he's scoring here all day long.
Yeah.
Pickford sits down, must have given him 3 or 4 foot of empty net to shoot into, and he missed. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. So that's the end of Joachim Löw. I love the name. You just can't help saying it without going Löw.
Oh, Joachim Löw.
Yeah, I've been looking out for this. What is it? Hand down the pants.
Hand down the pants, down the crack. Quick sniff.
Yeah. I've not tried it, by the way, but but it's
like they have them trees in your cars. Germany have like a Joachim Löw, one of them. like a Joachim Löw air freshener.
Yeah. Well, if you go in and ask for anything Löw scented, I think you get something different, don't you?
Or a scratch and sniff underpants or something like that with Joachim's face on them.
You want to patent that, Gaz?
I think we should have Joachim Löw undercrackers.
Joachim Löw pants.
What are you doing? I'm just scratching Joachim.
Scratching Joachim. There's even a bit of rhyme in there. I like it.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a sad end for him. Really, he's done wonders with Germany over the years. The last tournament didn't go great.
The last few tournaments haven't been great, but yeah, he's been really decent. But I think, like I say, they're an aging side.
Yeah,
some of the better players were aging.
Yeah, Hansi Flick.
Why he didn't start Serge Gnabry is beyond me.
That was a strange one, really strange.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll come in and completely reshuffle now? He'll have to, obviously, Hansi Flick.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to.
Yeah. Well, you got him at the right time, but it was a job well done, nevertheless. And thoughts from here on in?
Well, I'm going to change tack from now on. I said in the last round there were 3 certainties. Italy, they scraped through after extra time. The Netherlands were a great price at 4-6, got beat 2-0. France, absolute certainties, got beat on penalties. So, fancy Ukraine. I think they're absolute certainties. For the, if you know what I mean.
I see what you're doing there.
Absolute certainties, Ukraine. Absolute certainties, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well,
I think myself, yet to concede. I've said before, and I think Pickford's the best keeper in the tournament. I think Maguire and Stone's looking very, very good. At last, Harry's got a goal. Sterling, 3 in 4. Not playing great, but he puts the ball in the net and he's in the right place.
Yeah.
I just need to get Grealish on. Get Grealish more game time.
Would you start with him, or did you think, introducing him after an hour was the way?
Well, it was the way, wasn't it? But I'd start with him. I just think he's a class act.
Yeah.
I think he's a class act. As much as I like Saka, I think he was he did okay for the first 15, 20 minutes, little lost after that. So I think I don't think he'll start the next round. We've got a couple of players on bookings. Rice and Phillips are on bookings, so I'll be surprised. I think Henderson might come in to start, and why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I say, yet to concede. Someone's got to score against England yet, so.
Well, we wish you well, and we'll
obviously you do.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that with any fingers crossed or anything. I genuinely mean that.
Yeah, well, it's the way you said it. Well, we wish you well.
You can't
say with a little bit more enthusiasm. Can we start again?
Yeah.
Well.
No, I do wish you well. Obviously, if Wales were there, I'd be wishing them well. But since they're not, yeah, I'll tell
you what was nice when the Welsh went out. It was nice for the England players not to do a stupid little video dancing for when just to show the Welsh players like they did when England went out of the Euros last time. That was that dignified response from the England players, I thought.
Yeah, it was, to be fair. And I just want to I had no part in that video.
You were filming it.
So until the next time when we'll be back to see how well Ukraine have
We're not saying who's going to go through in this section.
This Gimme 5 podcast burst onto the scene. A podcast never burst onto the scene.
And so, based on the fact that we are pretty neck and neck here, as far as the competition's concerned, we can only really go forward because we both had so many teams knocked out. Let's just go on the remaining teams and just look at the fixtures ahead. So, for the quarters, we've got England and Ukraine. Well, I kind of know where you're going with that, even though you've hotly tipped Ukraine. Spain and Switzerland.
Jeez, do you know, at the start, I said, after you played Switzerland, I thought Switzerland were a better team than Wales. And I stand by that.
Yeah.
But you finished second. You finished second, they got extra points. How that works, I've no idea.
Oh. We were so lucky. We were so lucky that their goal was offside.
Yeah, I suppose. Spain.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Spain, even though I've loved the way that they've been organised, and I like the manager as well. How smart is he, by the way?
Yeah, very smart boy,
very urbane, and but I'm going to have to go with Spain.
You don't want to upset the people of Albia, do you? Really?
Well, exactly. You know, and you've got to keep your allegiance there, because if I'm ever in Spain, I was there actually in Spain when they won the World Cup, and we were up on a balcony in a bar, and you know, typical Spanish, they lit the firecrackers and the flares and everything like it was the most natural thing in the world. They're having a great time, and we're all worried that we're about to die, but it's a good night nevertheless. Denmark and the Czech Republic.
Ooh. Which one are you going for?
I am actually going to go for the Danes.
I'll go with the Czech Republic then.
Okay, all right. Well, that would mean
nothing between them. Just because I think we're all going to be very, very similar. So
yeah. Well, if they did,
not much
you'd
between them.
end up with them again, and you've already beaten them once. But do you think they could possibly turn it around, or they just not got it in their armory?
Yeah, they've got it. They just didn't turn up that night, did they? So
yeah. He's doing well, the boy's Schick, isn't he?
Yeah, very, very good. He could be the one that gets the big move from this championship, can't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And then finally, perhaps the most mouth-watering quarter of them all, Belgium v Italy.
It's hard, this, isn't it?
It is.
Hard.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Who are you going with?
If De Bruyne and Hazard were fit, I'd say Belgium. I'm going to say Italy.
You're going Italy. Yeah. Well, I'll just make it interesting and go with Belgium then, because we've got to have a bit of drama, haven't we?
Exactly. And why not?
Yeah.
I think there's some tricky games to say who's going to win, especially with England playing in Rome and not at Wembley. Because if they were at Wembley, I did think they were strong favourites. I still think they're strong favourites, I'll be honest with you. But Rome's going to be trickier, I think.
Yeah. Well, you have to play away sooner or later. I mean, welcome to our world.
Baku.
Baku. So that's where we stand on the Euros, and we'll obviously be back as the competition progresses. But until then, it's been a pleasure to have your company on the Gimme 5 podcast, this Euros special. And I think we'll play you out with a little bit of the girl from Ipanema. How's about that?
Why not?
In the style of Antonio Carlos Jobim. I think I'll do it a cappella, but
I'll sit back and listen.
Yeah. I think you should just get a little bit of rhythm going, and I'll kick in. Yeah, there we go. Moça, tu gosto a mim no som Spanema, me se balançar bagado e zoema, é coisa malina que eu já sei passar.
Baku.